Gabe, Coach Van Gorder said you had one of your better games Saturday, he thought.
I think as a player, you never know until you watch film that Sunday. So I did get some positive feedback back from the coaches. Of course, there's always going to be a couple flaws in your game, but as far as just being able to work on my steps and doing what the coaches asked me to do, I felt like I did do that on Saturday.
How big is this for you going playing the home guys, home state guys?
I think it does hit home, with me, but I know I got 55 other guys around with me, in that same locker room. But I believe it is special, for those Georgia guys. But I think just like anybody, especially this season, I think it'll be fun, of course, having the #5 team in the nation come in and, knocking them off.
What would that mean to you guys as a team, kind of the mood, how you view the season, everything?
I feel like when you wake up, you should have, a personal goal, something that you want to be done that day, But so looking at the bigger picture, we're 2-7, what's our goal? This game is big because it's the next game, but at the same time, you got to have team goals, stuff that you want to get done. We're 2-7 right now. We don't have any playoff games, so this, I mean, let's face it, this is our next big, opportunity.
When it comes to preparation compared to past weeks, how much has it helped in practice this week to have a guy, Brian McGorder, who knows Georgia pretty well?
I think it helps. I believe he said he's been in 4 of these environments, and he knows it very well. So does Coach Martinez and the coaches, and Coach Penn, of course, for playing it. So we got that's there, and then we got veterans on the team, seniors that have been through 2-3 times. So that always helps. And then I believe defense and offense. I know we have about 17, 16 guys, that played in last year, as well, especially talking about freshmen. So it helps. And then again, it's the I can't remember what 8th game of the season, 9th game of the season, 10th game of the season. So we got guys that play pretty much a long time in the season. This is like the 4th quarter, if you want to say, of the season. So I think guys are really starting to come into their shoes and really have a feel for things.
With Van Gorder's specific knowledge of Georgia and the fact that he's coached with a lot of those guys on the other side, he knows an offense coach for that reason. Prepare you more? I mean, does that help you a little bit compared to when you have that advantage?
It's real hard to say. Like I said, I know him along with Coach Martinez have a lot of experience, with the game. But I think it goes hand in hand. Being a coach and being there, and then being a senior who's been there, so many years. You're going to take, you're going to feed off, of course, of what the coaches give you, and then turn that into your own personal, fire, fuel. So I think it helps, but I don't think it's too much of an advantage.
Do you see any more intensity from Van Gorder, or is he always kind of hands down in that regard? He's always on fire. There's never a dull moment. But that's the thing about it. As a coach, there's this fiery guy, who's gonna stay on you. 1 in 10, whatever the scenario. And then there's this, just Mr. Van Gorder. And when you gotta leave the coach part off, and he's probably the nicest guy around. But that's how I believe. Any player would want.
You guys call him Mr. Van Gorder?
No. No.
How about those freshman running backs for Georgia? What do you see out of those guys?
Talented guys. Georgia does a good job, for the past 4 or 5 years, bringing in, top recruits, and that's one of the things that I think that Georgia's fed off of this year is the running backs, along with having a well-experienced quarterback and of course some receivers. But definitely, I think they feed off their running backs. I think they're trying to get them going, early in the game. And just like any offense, a good running game stretches the passing. So it's definitely a strong point for them.
Is it maybe more important facing them because of their play action game off of the running game?
I think any team wants to first tuck at the run a little bit, because that does everything. It gets the D-line more ready. It brings the linebackers up. It brings the safeties up. So I think any offense, you know, whether you have good backs or not, would like to have, you know, some positive run game.
Gabe, how hard was that game over there last year to swallow getting beat like that?
For me, being a young guy, I really had to look up, you know, to my leaders, and I believe that's the game that T-Bell got hurt in. You know, he spoke up, you know, a lot. You know, I mean, just like he always does. But I think, really and truly, that hits me, you know, more than anything. Seeing a guy that, you know, that just wanted to fight, and I think at that point when he got hurt, I think the game was. I'm not sure if it was already over or not. You know, I'm not sure if it was fourth quarter, you know, when he got hurt or not. I really can't recall. But just seeing that guy, you know, crying his guts out, you know, knowing, he still had another year, you know, but, you know, I mean, it just hurt him, you know what I mean? But, you know, so we got some seniors this year. Of course, that season's totally different from this season. You know, we still had a chance for a bowl game last year. So I think this year, it meant a lot more.
Gabe, there's a young man by the name of Jarvis Jones, plays, you may know him, played with him or against him. Just kind of talk about him, give us a scouting report on Jarvis.
Scouting report.
Yeah.
Hard to say, you know, we're both on the defense side of the ball.
Yeah, you know, you observed him through your career.
Yeah, he's one of the most humble guys that I could, you know, truly say I played with. And I think, you know, I believe, you know, if I were there, then that's one of the guys where you can say, you know, that you're truly blessed to play with. You know, he's, you know, I don't think there's one negative thing, you know, that you could say about him. You know, he's never in the news for anything negative. You know, just a humble guy.
Anything else?